Let's go. Hello, welcome. We are here for my first masterclass of 2022, and it's an exciting day. We just moved over from one platform and we're here on Zoom, and we're doing, what are we talking about today? Let me actually pull that up and get that here live on the screen so we can see that, and then we will move off to the side. And I want to be on track here today. I did actually sit down quickly and record this all by myself this last hour, and that turned into a debacle as well. So guess what? You too will try things that don't actually work. You will have to re-record things. You will be imperfect in your business. Hello, can I get an amen to that? And if you're not being imperfect and flipping and flopping around, maybe you're not trying enough things. Maybe you're not trying enough things. So this is where we are, 7 ways to show up and be seen so that you can get paid, free masterclass. And welcome. I am going to see if this system works. Okay, great. No, okay, here we go. A masterclass. Let me pray. Father God, thank you so much for these women that are here live and those that will be watching this afterwards. Lord, we thank you. We thank you that we can come together across the United States and through Canada and across the globe, really. Lord, help us to be international. Help us to go farther and wider and deeper, and know that the person that needs what we have might not live on the next street. And so, Lord, how can we serve her or him or them or that group? How can we serve bigger without hesitation? How can we get out of your way? Because that's what we're doing when we aren't sharing or showing up. So Lord, help us to be visible today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so we will maybe add some more as we go along, but who am I? Most of you know me. And I am Diane Cunningham Ellis, your Inspired Business Strategist. I have created the Brave Women Network and the Inspired Business Academy, and a lot of you are alumni of that. And now I have a mastermind group that's been evolving and growing since 2015, and the name now is Inspired Business Inner Circle. And a couple of my Inspired Business Inner Circle girls are here with us right now. And I am going to try to see how this system works here, there we go. Okay. We're going to dive into the topic. Hang with me. Again, I just love these gals. This is why we're here. I want to talk about showing up, and I want to talk about getting you ready, even though you're not ready. You're always going to tell me you're not ready. You're always going to say that your website's not ready, that you're not ready. Let me give a few quick reasons why I'm credible. I've been hosting masterminds for 7 years. It's true. I have 8 years sober. Yep, it's true. 10 self-published books. Indeed, it's true. I did create the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs in 2010. I did sell it in 2017, and actually have been texting with Karen, who now owns it, even just this morning. I've completed 4 marathons. That's 26.2 miles. I'm a grandma to Catherine and soon to be grandma to William as well. I do have my own private investigator. He's over there investigating and looking at who knows what. And I'm a former master's level therapist, plane crash survivor. That's a whole nother webinar. And I'm an action taking guru. Yay. So that's why we're here. We're taking bold action. So my promise for you today, let's dive in. Let's get into the pit here together. And again, we're going to expect other women to join us late, and hopefully they will forgive me for trying a new platform. It's a great platform. I've attended a couple different webinars on it, but I like to race ahead of God. Anybody else? I like to race ahead of God and think I know how to do all this and that. And sometimes I've never even done a test run. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I've never done a test run or anything. I just think, oh, how hard can it be? Well, sometimes there's a few more things that click in. My promise to you today is brave vulnerability. That's always my promise to you. That's always my promise to you. And a couple of you that are here live actually sent in your brave vulnerability. And I'm not going to call you out. I just call you woman number 1, woman number 2, and woman number 3. And we're going to get to see and talk about what you shared with me, because I believe it relates to everybody. So we're going to talk about 7 ways to show up and be seen, how to get out of your own fear, out of your fear and step into your focus, 3 mistakes every Christian woman makes when trying to earn more money, and the 5 key ingredients you must have to be profitable. Are you ready and are you willing? Let's do this. Let's do this. So my brave visibility story. I mean, I've been bravely visible sharing my sobriety story on YouTube and books. I've been bravely visible sharing, gosh, even 75 hard and talking about, showing pictures of weighing 50 pounds more than I weigh now. I've never been pregnant, so I never had that excuse, right? I've weighed 50 pounds more. I've been bravely vulnerable to talk about my recovery from alcoholism and rock bottom. I've been bravely vulnerable sharing about business success and business failure. And truly, I believe the right women are going to come to me. They're going to be attracted to that, like a moth. Why? Because it's the same reason we stare when, we go on by an accident. Like, I want to see the real stuff. I want to be a beacon on the hillside that you can do this imperfectly. Anybody else imperfect? Can I get a shout? Anybody else feel like half the time they don't know what they're doing, or that they need to quit, or that they hate their clients? So we talked about this about an hour ago with like setting boundaries. We had a great talk about this on Inner Circle call today about being resentful of our own clients, setting boundaries, having hard conversations, raising our prices. That's brave. That's brave. So let's go here to confessions over coffee is what I'm calling it. Confessions over coffee. If I was meeting Doreen, which I've never met Doreen in person, I can't wait till that day. But if I was meeting Doreen or Tina over coffee, I'm pretty sure we'd be sharing some things that I don't post. I mean, if we're sitting there intimate, we're going to be talking about the things that I don't necessarily post, or I'm not maybe doing a webinar about that thing because I haven't walked through it all the way. I'm probably in the messy middle, as my coach calls it, the messy middle. So I asked a couple of you why you don't show up. Okay. I asked a few of you why you don't show up, and here is what 3 women told me. This is so good, so good. Okay, and I didn't put your name. Don't worry. Woman number one said, we don't like the way we look, uncomfortable with weight, hair. And if any of these relate, I want you talking in class. There's not many people. We have a small crowd. We are recording this. This will go live and be on YouTube and all the places. I will use this as a replay. So don't share your deep, dark secret, but you're allowed to be vulnerable here, I guess, is what I want you to know. And I'd love for you to, communicate with each other. This is a master class. That means we're communicating in the class. We don't like the way we look, uncomfortable with our weight, our hair, our looks. We're not pretty enough. Number 2, she said, afraid if we show up, it will work too well. This is so fascinating. It's the success and the failure. We're afraid of both. And we'll have too many clients or customers. Number 3, chronically overscheduled. Too busy being there for everyone else to show up for ourselves. Anybody? Can I get a high five and amen to that? We can call that codependency. We can call that, there's a lot of things to call it. And I do it too. Number 4, worry that other Christians will see us as self-promoting instead of honoring Jesus. Right? Number 5, she said, not showing up has become a very strong habit, especially after almost 2 years of pandemic, social distance, quarantine activities. Amen, sister. I'm an extrovert, but it's like day after day, I'm just sitting right here. Day after day, I'm just sitting right here and like, oh my gosh, I need to leave the house. So this is what woman number 1 said. Woman number 2, and thank you again for your vulnerability. Woman number 2, there's a lot of overlap. These women don't know each other. Visibility fears. I'm afraid that I will look stupid on video. You're going to get a theme here. Number 2, I don't like how I look on video. Number 3, I'm afraid of freezing up on video. You get it? I'm afraid that I will fail miserably, while at the same time, I'm afraid that I will succeed and then have to work all the time. See that little parallel we just talked about? I'm afraid that people will get tired of seeing me. I'm confused about what to say to my people. Number 7, I'm afraid of being vulnerable in front of people that I don't even know. Number 8, fear of being judged. 9, fear of criticism. 10, I'm concerned about the time investment. 11, I'm afraid of making a mistake that will end my business. And sometimes we're so stuck there, we never even get our business started. Okay, I know that. Why? Because I know a lot of you and I know a lot of your stories. And this is what she ended it with. My desire is how she ended it. My desire is to help other people meet their goals. I believe that I can really help people with what I do, but I'm still afraid. Okay. Anybody relate? Anybody with me here? And then woman number 3 said, fear that what I share won't connect with people. And I was showing her like a chart with the fear versus the desire. The pains versus the desire. She said, I can turn that into a desire also, to connect with my people and be a magnet. That fear influences others on this list. Invisibility influences them all. By learning to be visible, even imperfectly, and committing to it, the right people will eventually connect and become clients, which increases my income. Fear, having too many. So each of these women said the same thing in a different way. Having too many clients and feeling overwhelmed and married to my work. If I play small, I keep my work under control. And she's like kind of journaling out loud here. This just came to me. But that puts parameters on God too, perhaps. Fear, figuring out the logistics of events plus automated emails plus promoting. So she's saying this, I just got to experience all this fear, insanity, chaos this morning as I'm trying to figure out this new system, the old system, recording a thing, dropping all the thing. All of that is going on behind the scenes. And yet, hey, here I am. Here we are. So I totally hear you. I hear you. So it's helpful to see these. So here's what I believe. 3 mistakes every Christian woman makes when trying to earn more money. Well, first of all, we're comparing. We're constantly comparing, even though we say we aren't. And then number 2, we're getting into competing, wishing I was her, or why can't I do that, or what's wrong with me, and then I'm coveting. And good Christian women don't confess this crap. I'm just gonna say it for us. I'm saying it for us. I do compare myself. I'm in a new mastermind level. I host masterminds, and I'm enrolled in one, and I paid a large chunk of money to be there. And I am a small fish. I am like in this thing and going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And it's a small group and international and men and women. And I got to merge in with this group of people, and there's 12 of us. And I feel honored to be there. And I also know I'm going to learn so much, and I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable, but it's so good. And I don't need to compare myself to them because I am not them. And I don't need to compete. I'm going to take inspiration. I want you to be inspired by what I'm doing and say, hey, well, if she can do it, hey, I might as well try. I might as well try, right? So there's 7 ways that I know to be seen. And you're going to, we're just, spoiler alert, I'm inviting you to the next free event. This is free. I'm inviting you to the next free event. It's my 5-day Brave Visibility Challenge. You can go sign up right here while we're on this call if you want. It's at DianeCunningham.com. I'll grab the link, DianeCunningham.com/5DayBrave. It's really awesome. And I'm using my new app, and I set this all up in 1 week. I'm like, me and my team did. Me and my team. So get registered there, and it starts March 7th. I had to wait. I just sit on my hands because I wanted to start this thing sooner. And then I found out that the app is moving from, how we use Voxer. If you're not using Voxer, well, come on down the party with us. But like Voxer is from my phone and my laptop. It's, desktop and phone. This new app that I'm using starting March 1st is going to be not just app-based, but on my desktop too. Game changer. And you can certainly ask me and get my affiliate link. I've spread it all around. I'm spreading the good news. So all that to say, you're at a free event. I'm inviting you to the next free event. And then guess what? I'm going to invite you to go to the next level, which is probably a paid experience, right? Let's not pretend we're not selling anything, because that would be opposite of what I'm talking about on this webinar. I made $100,000 last year. I don't need to be embarrassed about that. I don't need to be embarrassed about that and not talk about it, because that's kind of recreating the shame, fear, and guilt that I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of that. How did I do it? Well, I did all these things. 7 ways to be seen. You're going to get some, and if you feel like it, take a picture and be sure to tag me, promote this, let's spread the good news. I'm saying that down below. Let's collaborate for heaven's sakes. There's plenty. Let's go ahead. Everybody type into the chat. Yes, I know there is plenty. God is not I need you to say, yes, I believe that. There is plenty. God has enough. I am enough. There's enough clients for Doreen, Susan, Becky, Tina, Karen, Shelby, and all the rest, all the ones that aren't here right now. There is enough. There is enough. Whoops. I don't know how to work this system. I have no idea how to work it. So if you can do me a favor right now here, because I'm asking you to participate, just say there is enough. Type it into the chat, please. There is enough. Why? Because I need you to read it. I need you to see it. I need you to know that I'm not stealing your clients and you're not stealing mine. There is enough. There is enough. So how are you going to be seen? Thank you. Thank you. There's 7 ways I think that you can be seen. And a lot of these cross over. Like I'm doing a couple of them right now. I'm speaking right now. I'm recording it, for heaven's sakes. I'm engaging with you. I'm teaching some things, and I had to write the PowerPoint, right? So I'm like doing a lot of this. I'm collaborating by calling all of you into the conversation. And then afterwards, before I was posting about it, and then afterwards I'm going to post about it. So like, it's not just like, oh, I just do this one thing. It's like it's a swirler. It's a swirl. So sometimes you're going to be doing a combination, but other times it might be the focus for a whole month is just writing. One of my clients, I talked to her this morning, and she's focused right now on doing a lot of writing, her books and some blogs. And sometimes we have a season where we're focused on getting out and speaking. Guess what? Anything you speak can be turned into a book. So all of these things cross over, they mull around with each other. And definitely all of them, we want to, the more I collaborate, the more I promote you, the more I'm actually promoting me. That's how I built the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. I tagged each woman that joined. I celebrated her, I welcomed her in. And so all her friends got to see what she just joined, right? It's pretty cool. And so it was this just multiplication factor. And the first year that I launched that, I had 165 women join. And I just think back on myself. Sometimes we can look back on our younger self and go, well, damn girl, like give me the high five. Give me the high five, because I'm in awe of what I was capable of. And we forget that. Okay, so everybody take their screenshot on this. Did you get a screenshot? You good? Take photos, everybody nifty? Okay, perfect. We must move into, so all these things are great, but we actually have to come over here. We have to flip into we have to actually sell something. We have to move into, showing up, being seen, and the third component is getting paid. I have to get paid. And we're allowed to ask for money. Like I'm not a ministry. I'm not a nonprofit. I give to nonprofits, but I am a business. God gave me a business. And so that means that I'm trading my time, my energy, my gifts, my talents, my skills, my training, my degrees, my certifications for the energy. If you want to pick my brain, you're going to buy a bundle of my brain. You're going to buy a bundle and it includes my brain on your business. I'm thinking about Susan's business. I'm thinking about Doreen's. I'm thinking about Karen's business, and I'm texting her about it. I'm like, well, what about this? And not about that. And Shelby's business. I'm thinking about your business. And, that's what happens when I'm selling something. Sometimes I think about people's businesses that no, they're not paying me. And I'm like, well, damn, turn it off. Turn off the knob. Turn off the knob. We must move into number 1, selling, to offering, asking. It's the same thing. It's just how you feel about it, right? Whatever word doesn't give you the cringe. Whatever word doesn't give you the cringe. Plant seeds, grow things. Plant seeds, grow things. Oops. See, again, I have no idea how to use this system. We all want to be seen in order to sell and serve. If you don't want that, then you're at the wrong webinar. Okay, so you might as well sign off now. It's kind of like they say, you know, this is the plane that's going to Amarillo. If you're on the wrong plane, go ahead and get off now. We want to be seen in order to sell and serve. I believe we are called to, if a God gave you the gift of a business, I've said this for 15 years now. If God gave me the gift of a business and I am not telling anybody about it, hiding it under a bushel, never asking for anything, never writing the book, I would have missed out on helping thousands of women. Thousands of women wouldn't have been helped, and we wouldn't certainly be here, and there would be no NACWE, and there would be no 10 books. I wouldn't know any of you, actually. I wouldn't know any of you. I mean, so that is not acceptable in my world. I want to be seen in order to sell and serve. Why? Because God gave me the gift of a business, and I believe He gave you the gift of a business. You are in the transformation business. If you get hung up on it all, over here on my wall, I have a sign that says experiment. Why? Because I'm constantly doing that. I'm just doing these experiments. One of them didn't work today. Oh, well, here we are. It's working fine. I'll figure out the other system. Not today. And I also have over there plant seeds. I have it on my wall, and you just saw it on a PowerPoint. Have it on my wall, and you just saw it on a PowerPoint. Okay. Why? Because that is, if I get squirrely and swirly, I just need to remember, go plant a seed, go talk to people, go send a private note of encouragement to Doreen. That's the right next thing. Just tell Doreen you see her and she's doing a great job. Get out of your own drama. You know, tell Susan that, you know, I can't wait till her next book comes out. That I can't wait to see you in person, Nikki, when you come here. Just get out of our own like fear-based shenanigans that we can go into. I gave myself a challenge. You guys, you know, some of you know me well enough. I love a challenge. I've already invited you to my next one, but my coach was talking about, you know, just go back to personal conversations. You know, we can use all these systems, gadgets, and tools, but then we're all confused about which system, gadget, or tool we're using. So I have all these like, you know, $10 calendars. I mean, I have a lot of them, but I decided I was going to reach out to at least one woman a day. And I send these private videos. You've gotten one probably. Hey, Doreen, how's it going? Just thinking about you. Come to the cafe. I'll see. You know, I'm not selling anything. I might be reminding of them of something that's coming up, but like I'm just keeping track. So if I do that, and sometimes I do them in a bundle. Like when I first started it, I was trying to catch up, you know, because I want to look at that. I did all these like private videos. How did I do it? Super fancy. I just like pulled up my phone, recorded a 1-minute video for Nikki, and sent it across the Facebook airwaves. Because I might not know how to text her. I might not have her email, and I don't really want it. Right? You know, I'm going to send her a 1-minute video that I pre-recorded, and I talk straight to Nikki. I'm talking to Becky. So like when I get to the end of the year, I'm going to have talked to 365 women. That's good. That makes me feel happy, right? I'm in the transformation business. And you know what? Some of those women are going to hire me because I'm the exact right person for them. Exactly right. I'm going to kick your ass and love you all the way across. Right? So I want you to see, this is kind of the bigger picture. We're going to go out and in here, out and in. This is actually one of my clients, and I erased her name. But hopefully she's okay with this. I mean, this is some of the things we do in Inner Circle. We look at your journey. We got to see another one that was more kind of an across, like a success path this week. This one we looked at a couple of weeks ago, but this is kind of what happens on the inside. We're looking at your customer journey and what needs to be cleaned up, what's overwhelming, what don't we understand. We ask questions about it. And then how are the people coming in? You know, if you want to show up, be seen, and get paid, how are they finding you? Where are they finding you? How do they get into your world, your ecosystem? And then what are the options for them? Or is there just one option here? We might have to erase these. We might just need to have one here, and then 1, 2, 3. See what I'm saying? We can rearrange this. We can rearrange this in order to make it cleaner and clearer. I mean, and here's the truth. Sometimes we make this thing. I had to share mine with my new mastermind group last week, and I had a vulnerability hangover because I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of embarrassing. I have way too many things because I love you people and I love to teach. So I start making all these little mini workshops. So if you saw my chart, it'd be like, there's 50 things right here in the middle, 50 things across, all these workshops. And sometimes it's like the clients get so confused, they don't know what's next. So I'm going to take you even farther in, and we're talking about what we're talking about, that I want to give you bigger pictures. Is everybody okay with that? Everybody okay with me showing you bigger glimpses and pictures here? This is the framework for you. Well, this is what I teach, and this is what I teach in my programs, but I also model. So people are going to come into your world, they're either starting something or they're scaling something. That's how I work with clients that are scaling. Those are my best clients. They're scalers. They've started and they need help scaling, and I welcome them right over here into the community, which is my mastermind. And then we do coaching and we do content. So let me show it to you in another way. Starter scale, community, coaching, content. Same concept, different slide, right? This also, as Nikki's enrolling and coming in my world, we're assessing what she need to do, what she need to add, what needs to go away. And so you want to be doing this. This is what I teach, but this is what I model, and this is what I teach you to do. Inside of my program, I want to look at what's your community, because I know you each have one. I know you have one. What's the community that you're building? How are you coaching those people? What are your coaching offers? And what's the content that's provided? The content, here's the truth. Some people never, ever, 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 ever will log into your classroom. Not kidding. Your classroom is beautiful. It's giant. There's massive. There's 50, 100 beautiful things in there, and they don't give a crap about it. And I can sit here and sing sad songs, but they are here for this. They are here for your community. That's why they want you. That's why they keep coming back. 11 women out of my 16 are alumni. They keep coming back for the community, for the conversations, the confessions, the deep dive. Okay. And this also includes your client on-ramps. And I'm learning to get better and better at that. Onboarding. If you don't know what that means, we all need to get better at it. We all need to get better at it. And I'm going to do a fast rotation through all of this so we can get farther down the path here. So you'll see this is just the same stuff up here, kind of pulled apart differently. And then I'm going to take you into what I teach underneath. In order to do those 7 things we just talked about, the 7 things, I have to create, market, and deliver. Okay, so let me show you what that means in my world and what I teach in my programs. Whoops. The create process. A lot of us get stuck up here. We're creating and creating and creating, but we're never marketing. We're never like going to the marketplace like the Proverbs 31 woman. We never get over there. We never say, here's my stuff, buy my stuff. And so we're having fun, but we're not making any money. We're in creative, chaotic chaos. And we are up here and we never get to this one. And like I said, I'm going to go fast through these. This is a deeper dive into my philosophy and my frameworks and what I teach inside of the inner circle. So create, market, deliver, CMD. I have to market. So once I've created the 90-day course that's called the Inspired Business Academy, which many of you have been a part of, I have to promote it. I have to go speak about it, teach you about it, email about it, blog about it, do a Facebook Live about it to get you over here to click the button. So that means I've had to do all these things: enroll, sell, offer, invite your tribe. I can do that through a sales call, a workshop, a webinar, an implementation week, a challenge. You see, I'm about to do a 5-day challenge that's going to lead you into the next right thing after that. Okay. The myths are that marketing is scary. It can be, or you can plant seeds. You can plant seeds. Then the other myth is if I build it, they will come. No, they're not going to randomly find you. No, I'm so sorry. You're not that powerful. You're just not. And, the myths, I need a team. Well, I believe you do need a team, but how big is that team? I'm not sure. My team has been 1, my team has been 6, my team has currently 4. And each of these women are gifted differently. Some of them are here on the call right now. The truth here is that there's multiple ways to market. Multiple ways to market. If we go back to that slide with the 7 on it, All of those are marketing. Some of them feel much more active, I guess. Some of them feel more sales-ish. But if I'm posting a blog, you better darn well believe that that blog has something related to my inner circle, right, Nikki? The blog should have something that's connected to a course I have coming up, or something that is all the time available, an ongoing opportunity. Everything needs, it's like we have to think about it like the yellow brick road. You know, when Susan lands in my planet, the next right, start here button, then where is the next right thing? Where does she go next? And then what does she need next? And then what does she need next? So begin building those paths, okay, for your clients. And then the final thing is deliver, CMD. So the deliver experience means I actually have to like show up for the 90-day course I just sold, right? And some people are afraid to commit. So if you're afraid of 90 days, then you're definitely going to be afraid of a 6-month program or a 1 year. And I'm not afraid of either. I've done them, 1 years for a long time. I remember when I was first creating NACWE, some of you have heard this. Some of you were there. Some of you have been a part of it over all the years. But I just thought, okay, this is scary. I'm really making a big commitment here. I was committing to a year with somebody that was paying me. I just thought, if I need to, I made myself an opt-out. If I need to, if I have to go get a JLB, if something goes, completely wonky here, and I need to go get a regular JLB, then I will move these calls from Tuesdays at noon, or whatever day they were, Tuesdays at noon, I will just move them to 7 o'clock at night, and we will carry on. And I will fulfill my commitment. Because these women paid me at the time, it was $127 for the whole year. What? Yeah, I know. You learn, you live and learn. And so just remember that you're going to have to deliver. And some of you are afraid of the delivery. You're afraid of showing up. And so if 90 days scares you, then try doing a 6-week program. What about a 30-day program? Right? So people will buy the next right thing, and they need to, think of it as the appetizer to your, I have a 1-year program, but I've added in a 6-month option. I have a 90-day, and hey, you can test me out with a 1-day boxer, right? There's lots of different ways to dabble with somebody. So you'll see here, the synergy comes when we're doing all of these things. Guess what? You don't get to just do one. I'm so sorry. You don't get to just do one. You get to do them all. And some of them you're going to like better than others, but hey, none of us like doing taxes. I mean, I'm kind of sick of going to the grocery store, and I'm sick of cooking, and I only started cooking a few years ago, but it's like, oh my gosh, again. But I don't think any of you are independently wealthy, and so maybe you're going to have to actually sell something, create, market, and deliver. And more importantly, you might have money coming in from other places. Some of the women I work with don't have one worry in the world about money. Not one worry about money, but it's not about money. You hear what I'm saying? It's not about money. This is about living her purpose, your purpose. This is about living your purpose, doing what God's given you to do. It's about not kind of leaving your gifts on the table and saying, when God's given you a great gift and you spit on his gift, then So I believe in the synergy of it all. And so what if we reframed it? Create, market, deliver. I am a teacher. Some of you are teachers. I came from a family of teachers. Everybody in my family is a teacher. I have a master's in education, but I ended up going in the education counseling section. So I have teachers all around me. They're all doing teaching. But I began teaching women. I teach women. They teach, people in, school. They teach people in school. And so when I think of myself as a teacher, it's a tiny reframe. You with me? It's a tiny reframe. But sometimes that alone can set me free. And so let me show you what I mean. If you came to me if you wanted to coach with me, I could teach you these things. Why? Because I've done them. How I made $101,000 last year. How did I increase my income by 29%? You might ask me that if you were coaching with me. You probably would want to know. Well, how'd you do that? How did I create 10 books and 5 magazines? How have I created courses and programs? What's my process? Most of your coaching is really about being able to come up upon that person and go, let me see what you do. How? Kind of sitting in the back room with them. How I enrolled 16 women into my mastermind. And it's fancy to say all these numbers, but like none of this is made up. So why would I feel weird about saying it? Right? These are truths. How I launched an association and then I sold it 7 years later. I didn't know how to do the first part. I certainly didn't know how to sell a company. I had to learn. I had to get coaching on that. And how I've lost weight and kept it off. How have I stayed sober for 8+ years? Well, I had people that helped me and hold my hand while I got sober, and since I've been sober, and I still am connected in to those people so that I can stay sober. It's great to lose weight, but we got to keep the maintenance is the hard part. That's the hard part. Building a business is fun and easy, but how do I maintain a business? How do I maintain a business? All right. Okay, let me just pause here and look at you people. Is everybody okay? You guys still with me? Okay. All right. So we're going to just keep going then. We're going to keep going at our masterclass. When you call it a masterclass, you think, well, am I supposed to do something fancier? Is it different than a workshop? They're all the same, by the way. You can call it whatever you want. Workshop, webinar, masterclass, mini workshop. Okay, so I want you to really think about, who are you talking to? Like, again, who are you talking to? I mean, I know I can think of you as an avatar, but that isn't helpful. I mean, I need, whoops, see, I get crazy here. I know I talked to Diana this morning. I've talked to Shelby this morning. I've talked to Nikki this morning. I know what Doreen's doing in her Facebook group. Why? Because I'm in her Facebook group. I know what Heidi's doing. I sent her a Voxer this morning. So, I mean, who are you talking to? It's not a blue avatar. It's not some ideal client you put on the wall. I keep all of your names on the wall right here, because when I'm sending an email, I'm thinking about what does Deborah need? Deborah needs help with her book launch. That's the truth. Becky needs help with her Facebook group. Okay, let's help her. Okay, so I'm thinking of each of you. So who are you thinking of, and how can you make it easier to teach them? Bottom line, who are you thinking about, and how can you make it easier to teach them? 5 key ingredients to be profitable. You have to have these 5 things. You need to have a willingness to fail and experiment. Like, get out of your own perfection drama, because you're not perfect. You never were. Okay. Recurring revenue. If you want to have some profit, you're going to need some recurring revenue. That can come in a lot of different ways. So recurring revenue can come in by women in my mastermind that are paying their monthly payment. And I know it's coming in, and I can plan on that. Recurring revenue could be a membership that you are a part of, you offer. There's lots of different, a 90-day course that has 3 payments. That means I have recurring revenue from that woman for 3 months in a row. So there's all sorts of ways we can rearrange the recurring revenue piece. Number 3, team support. 5 key ingredients to be profitable. I know I couldn't do what I did last year without a team. I know that. And so when you're out there lone rangering all over the place, it's stunting your growth and capping your income, because you're trying to be Ms. Web Designer and, accountant girl and, the cook and the janitor and all. You'll cut your own hair. And it's like, oh my gosh, stop. So if you can afford one person, hire one person. And, hopefully you'll hire somebody that has a multitude of ways they can help you. Or sometimes you need somebody for one section, and you need them for a small, let's say you need a website built or rebranded or something. You might only need that person for a few months. You get it done, you're out the door. But you're going to be, I have 4 women I pay every month. I lovingly pay them. I meet with them a lot. We have a team meeting this afternoon. They keep me from running loose. That I love these women because they can be honest and brave and vulnerable with me. Team support. Fun and laughter. I hope you have some fun and laughter in your business, because if it's hard, if you hate your clients, then you're probably not going to be profitable, right? If you're pissed off at your clients, then the problem is you. It's not them. I'm going to say it once more. If you start getting pissed off at your clients, you need to do, we talked about this an hour ago. When you're starting to be angry at your clients, it's about you setting the right boundaries, set bigger boundaries, clarify, write the list, write the frequently asked questions, set up the glossary, do all the things. Fun and laughter, circle of influence and support. This is why I created NACWE. This is why I have masterminds. This is why I have all the crazy groups you guys are all a part of. I need you all, and I hope you need me too. I want a circle of influence and support because you give me brave. You make me feel brave. And then I get to see you do brave, and brave begets brave. Brave begets brave. Why does it all matter? Okay, why in the world does any of this matter? Well, again, it matters to me because of what happens in my living room when these women come. It matters to me that Carrie has alopecia. She's in the pink on the front. And she just got featured on Bald Life magazine. She has no hair. She has alopecia. She just got featured with her new husband on the front of Bald Life magazine. That's why it matters to me. That's why it matters to me. And that I love each and every one of these women. And some of them are right here with us. This is why it matters to me. So here's some sharing ideas for you. What are you going to share? Okay. And again, if you take a picture, you tag it, you know, here's the deal. I'm asking you to promote me. I'm giving you a big old free training. Everybody understand? I'm giving you a big old free masterclass. Just smile and nod. Smile and nod. There's a free training today. You're on it. Smile and nod. There's a brave visibility challenge. I need you to be in it, and I need you to tell all of your friends about it. Okay. Is anybody willing to nod and smile or say yes on that? Anybody coming with me? So if you take a picture of this, you know, at least tag me and tell somebody the good news. Here's some sharing ideas. What processes do you work through with most of your clients? Teach us that. Teach us that, right? What do you find yourself telling your clients in your groups, your team, other programs again and again? Okay, teach us that, but better yet, record that crap. Record it on a video and put it in your classroom. Turn it into your book. What topics have you got a growing interest in or passion? It's way easier to sell something that you're passionate about, friends. Shelby went to a class this morning on LinkedIn. I have ignored my LinkedIn for about a decade. I said, Shelby, when are you going to do your workshop on LinkedIn so I can buy the ticket? Or I can either have, here's the deal. You're going to have DIY, what is it? Done for, do it yourself is DIY, done for you, done with you. Okay, I get all confused. But like I can go to the workshop that Shelby has and pay a small amount and learn how to do it. Or if I'm lazy and just don't have time, it's not that I'm lazy. Maybe the best use of my time is having her do it. You see what I'm saying? The best use of my time is saying, Shelby, here's the login. Here's the stuff. You fix it, make it prettier. Okay. So it's going to be way easier for Shelby to sell that. Why? Because she's got a growing interest in it and people she knows needs it. Okay. It's hard for me to sell something to you that I don't care about. I'm just not going to talk about it. Okay, what topic could you, talk about for an hour with virtually no prep? What topic could you write a blog post about or a series of blog posts? Guess what? That becomes a book. What topic is foundational to everything else you teach or do in your business? Is there a specific module from a bigger course that you have that could work well repurposed as a standalone training? A lot of you have something like that. How could you pull out one piece of that and make it a 1 hour experience or a 1 day experience? Is there a topic you used to teach that might need to be updated and relaunched? Is there a problem you often solve for people that you think is no big deal? This is the clincher, friends, because you know what? It's a big deal to that other girl. I mean, she has no idea how to do what you just did. Like snappity snap. She will say, I have no idea how you just did that and made it look simple. Snappity snap. Teach that. Sell that. Sell that. And you can repackage it in lots of ways. You know, you can put it, you know, take your topic and, you know, this is one of my my frameworks that I've created over the years, the creativity circle. You know, your topic could be LinkedIn, and she can have, you know, there's lots of people that's all they do. They teach LinkedIn. I have a friend now, she's a Searchy expert, and she helps people get their Searchy set up. It's a platform. So she does webinars on Searchy. She does one day things on Searchy. She does blogging about Searchy. So, you know, you can talk about whatever you want. Talk about whatever you want. And then you're going to bring people into your funnel and get them closer and closer to you. And then what are you sharing in all these places? Well, some of you are going to share videos, even though you're scared. You're going to survive. You're going to survive. These are 5 minutes, 20 minutes, or even shorter. This is a longer one. This is a training we set aside the time for. If I'm doing a Facebook Live, a little tidbit, that's short. And most of my YouTube videos are very short worksheets, infographics, interviews, templates, behind the scenes. You can share whatever you want. It's your business. Think about what your client needs, create that, and deliver it. Okay. And then eventually you're going to want to maybe even look at a theme. So I have this free thing called the brain board. Go grab it. But you can begin to think ahead. Oh my gosh, what if I had a theme? What if the theme for March is communication? Okay, great. Then all of my blogs are going to be about communication for March. What if April, it's about freedom? And March, May is about, whatever, purpose. Pick your words. And then you fill it out all the way down, and then what plops in there. And then you can, I'm not going to pull mine out. It's around the corner, but go grab my free training on the brain board. We'll put it in the link on YouTube for this. It's a powerful thing. Many of you have already used it, but other people that are watching this will never have heard of it. And it's a different way of seeing. I have a big calendar. Oh yes, I have 2 of them right there. But this is a different way of me being able to see my program that lasts 6 months is right here in the middle. My 90-day thing is right here on the side. My one-time workshop was right there in February. And then when's the next one? So you can use this to see things in a different way. All right, we're almost done. Just hang with me. The willingness. I want you to have a willingness and a really open up to curiosity. Because we're doing this here. Why? Because I was curious. I'm trying out a new system. We're actually not even on the system, but whatever, doesn't matter. It made me do the PowerPoint. It got me here. I set timelines and I set them fast. It makes my team crazy, but I need that. I need to put it on the calendar, or else I would never have made this PowerPoint and we wouldn't be here. I am like, I'm running fast all the time because I want to give you this information. I believe it's powerful. I want to help you. If I learned something yesterday, I want to run to the mountaintop and say, Doreen, you want to see this thing. It's amazing. And she might go, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not ready for that, but she can put it in her back closet. She can put it on the shelf and say, Diane, I'm not ready. That's totally overwhelming. Let me remember that, or come ask you about that in May and I'll be back, right? She can put it on the I'm not sure section. But I, at least, if I had the answer and I didn't tell you, I would feel bad about it. I would feel that I was not living my purpose. If I had an answer that would solve a health problem for you, and some of you are dealing with people that are depressed, marriages are broken and in shambles, to people that are in transition and people come to us when they are in pain, friends. They want to make more money. They want more clients. They want more freedom. They are trapped in a horrible marriage. And so, or they just need help so they can actually get their business off the ground. So the pain is relative, but it's all painful. What keeps me up in the middle of the night is different than what keeps Nikki up. But we all have that stuff, okay? I want you to come with a mindset of willingness, exploration, curiosity, willingness to start, open to fresh perspective. And this is why I invest in coaching, because I need to be like, oh my gosh, I would never have thought of it that way. And I can't even believe you people have already been doing it that way. And let me go try it that way. Remember, you are teaching what you know, just in a new way, so you can reach more people. So we've covered a lot. Bottom line is this: God is our CEO. I mean, I get afraid and I get all twisted up and I think, oh my gosh, you're not homeless. You're probably not going to be homeless right now. I mean, I can take it to the extreme. Anybody else, or is that just me, Diane, the Diane drama? I can be like, oh, they all hate me. They're not going to buy anything. Oh my gosh, no one's signing up. Total chaos. But I have to do what I preach today. I have to show up. I have to be seen. I have to get paid. I have to actually ask you to buy something. I have to ask you to click the button. I have to ask you to enroll. Why is it important? Go back to your why. Freedom of time, reach more people. Why is it important to you? So what's next? Here's the deal. I already prepped you. I'm going to invite you to a free thing. You know, what the hell? I have a free 5-day Brave Visibility Challenge. Hopefully some of you, we're it's actually live. It went live this morning. I've already enrolled in my own challenge. It's really cool. Like, I'm supposed to wait to talk about it, but it's live, and you'll go to the link that I posted in the group or in the chat, and I'll be sharing it all around the internet later after I meet with my team. But it's about being bravely visible. So this webinar leads right into it and makes perfect sense. And it looks like that when you get in. 5-day Brave Visibility Challenge. Show up, be seen, get paid. Why? Because I want that for you. I want that for you. And then we're going to go into ahas. And remember, you got to hear a lot of different things today, you know, about my story and about some of the women's stories in here. Here's the deal. I'm not extra special. I'm just willing to I just don't give up. I just don't give up, friends. I don't have access to exclusive experts, technology, or research. I pay for a coach. I mean, I do. I hope you do too. If you are a coach and you don't have a coach, bad on you. Bad on you. You need to invest in you. You need to have a coach that it's uncomfortable. How much I mean, the amount that I'm paying to people is uncomfortable for me, and it needs to be uncomfortable for you. I enroll and help, and I have a proven roadmap, and this is what I teach. You know, is it going to be messy? Hell yeah, it's going to be messy. I'm not promising you that it's going to be perfect. It's going to be messy. Why? Because your life is messy. You are a mess, and God made us this way. God made us this way, friends. So if you want to coach me privately, hey, I've got that too. But let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and click record. I'm going to end the recording. Thank you so much for coming to the presentation. I'm going to end the recording so that we can have a little bit of dialogue. I want to be respectful. It's about 5 minutes till the top of the hour, and you're welcome to stay as long as you want, and we can share some conversation about all this. But for those that are watching the replay, thank you so much for being here, and can't wait for you to jump into the next piece for you. All right.